This is the Reporter's Notebook, hosted by Elaine Shane.
Welcome to this entry in the DTN Reporter's Notebook. DTN Senior Ag Meteorologist Bryce Anderson joins us today as we look at the summer weather outlook for crops. Bryce, what's the biggest factor that's going to be affecting that summer forecast?
Well, Elaine, overall, the prospect of the Pacific Ocean temperatures changing from the very warm scenario that we had at the start of the year, a very strong El Nino, to cooler water in the equator region of the Pacific, and La Nina conditions that would reconfigure the jet stream. That really is the big driving feature. And in the Pacific, the water temperatures have indeed cooled quite a bit over the past 4 to 6 weeks. Water temperatures have had pretty much not quite a basin-wide reduction, but in the lower levels of the ocean, the water has gotten cool. There's a big volume of that, and so that is the key feature as we look ahead into the summer.
You mentioned about the cooler waters. Are we still going to see an El Nino effect, though?
I think that El Nino is going to be with us probably through the last part of the spring. But that is going to start declining, and forecast charts are now showing that when we get into the May, June, July period, we're of course in the month of May now, but going into the May, June, July heart of that 3-month period, that the Pacific conditions are likely to return to neutral, and then in the June, July, August time frame, the prospect increases to a 52% chance of La Nina developing.
So with that La Nina development, is it going to be hotter than the last 2 summers?
That is the likelihood. Forecast charts are showing that particularly during July, the eastern Corn Belt would have temperatures that are near to above normal. And then in the precipitation side of things, that eastern Corn Belt, especially in Indiana and Ohio, has a below normal precipitation situation. And so that's where the possibility of some drier conditions is probably highest at this point.
So with the temperatures and also with the dryness, how is this going to affect those crops? I
think that the scenario is this. Are we in line for having a real sharp reduction in crop yields? I don't think we are, certainly not on the magnitude that has been talked about. There have been discussions out there that the year is going to shape up like it did 4 years ago in 2012, and that is not in the cards. I think that we are likely to see yields that max out at trend line for this year. I don't think we're likely to set the bar high again, but I think that we still are going to have a decent crop. We have good soil moisture right now to work with, and that's likely to give a good start to crop production prospects. That's where we're going to be. A decent crop, yes. Are we going to have just a new record? I think that is unlikely this year.
Thanks, Bryce.
You're welcome.
With Bryce Anderson, I'm Elaine Shane, and that's today's entry in the DTN Reporter's Notebook. Thanks for joining us, and have a good evening from DTN.
This has been the Reporter's Notebook from the DTN Progressive Farmer Newsroom.